talk about the importance of good friends. The importance of real friends, of authentic friends. I used to be just like, I wanted to be friends with everybody. There's an aspect of my personality that largely is like that. Like, I like to be friends with all sorts of types of people. However, within my journey, I'm learning to pull it in, to size it down, to bring in my circle. Because, especially if you're a person like me, or you are very sensitive to energy, like you have the capacity to hold space for a lot of energy. So, in essence, if you go around a large crowd of people, you have the capacity to bring in their energies, to understand their energies, to transmute even their energies, at least within your being, for the sake of the collective. Like, you can't do people's individual work for you, but your vibration can affect the collective. I started this video earlier, and I'm glad I restarted it, because now it's coming to circle. It's coming to the proper circle. The message is coming through about, like, yeah. I want to explain this concept to you. As a being who often anchors in something for the collective, like, if you're like me, you probably tend to isolate. And not just because of trauma. Like, it's not just a trauma thing. I've had to look at that within myself. Like, I've understood that at times I'm isolating at times I have isolated because I was scared of people. I really didn't know how to deal with people. But, and I mean, a part of it is the fact that, like, I'm so sensitive to collective energies. So, at this point in time, you know, I'll just say, like, I love my friends. I really love my friends. I do. And I'm also learning that I'm not everybody's friend. Not everybody's my friend. That's the most important part, because I can be a friend to, like, a lot of people, but not all of those people are my friend. And that's what I am coming to the point of understanding, is that not everybody's my friend. I can't trust everybody. Not everybody has good intentions. Not everybody has emotional intelligence or social capacity for conflict resolution or for intimacy or depth. So, if you're like me and if you're very sensitive to collective energies, if you find yourself affecting collective energies, I'm gonna just encourage you to get very clear about your social circle. Your social circle influences who you become. It influences your motivation, your inspiration. It influences your limitations even. I feel like good friends will help you to break down limitations and to go beyond them and to expand further beyond those limitations. Not everybody's necessarily your friend. Even if you're a loving person and a kind person, that doesn't mean everybody is loving and kind. Sadly. It's a very naive way of going about in the world. Just like all kindness and love. Because, I mean, I will say that love is the most powerful force in the universe. I do believe that. I do believe that it's all love. But in a reality where we are so fractaled and fragmented and fractured, and everything is just a small part of the whole, there are destructive forces and there are creative forces. You know? There's forces that build and there's forces that break. And you do have to protect yourself from these things because you are simply also a fractal, a fracture, a fraction of the whole picture. You are a small part of the whole that is being asked to experience yourself. So, within this reality, you do have to protect yourself. You do have to protect yourself. Pull your circle in. If you've been a people pleaser, if you've been, you know, a survivor of abuse, especially abusive parents, which then probably set in line patterns for you, which you've probably played out within your romantic relationships, within friendships. Like, if you are of that nature and you're also resonating with this message, I want to encourage you to pull back. If you feel that people, the first thing is to get aware of it. The first thing is to become aware. And sometimes when we love people, we become very in denial for these people, to kind of keep them in our lives. A lot of times for our own security and also because we think we love them. I don't know. We probably do love them. But if you realize that they are like basically like taking a straw to you, like sucking your energy, you do not need your energy to be sucked. Especially like if you are doing work on a collective level, in a sense. Like if you are anchoring something in for the collective, if you are a high vibrational being, you have to protect your energy. Because the work you do, the levels that you can reach when you are in your own personal space bubble, and then when you can go out into public and also still hold that vibration, you are doing great work. You're doing really vital work at this time. You know, as humanity, we are moving through a huge shift in consciousness. Consciousness is expanding. And the way it works is that it's little by little by little. And soon enough, like, everybody's tapping into the same things because little by little by little by little, something rippled out. Some idea carried from this message to you, and now you're going to be thinking about it, and then you're going to be embodying aspects of these concepts within your own personal life and your own personal relationships, and then somehow I'm going to touch your mother, brother, cousin, friend, and I don't even know them. They didn't even see this video, but it's going to touch it because that's how it works. It's like little by little by little by little, ripple, 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 and then that's how we expand consciousness. That's how consciousness is being expanded and being, that's how people are waking up, y'all. And it's crazy at this time. Because I even still see some people still living within frameworks of restriction, but they're doing it in a different way. Like, they are bringing concepts of consciousness into that, and like, so they're transmuting, in some respects, like they're transmuting that space of maybe restriction, but they're transmuting it. Even that space of that space of restriction is becoming more conscious. Like, it's crazy to watch. It's crazy to watch. And yeah, we're moving through something pretty serious. So like, if you have any inkling of understanding within that, protect your energy. And it doesn't mean that you're like evil or hateful or whatever. Because I know that becomes an insecurity for a lot of people. Like, oh, I don't want to be hateful. I don't want to be whatever, this or that. But like, truthfully, it has nothing to do with that. It's just like, it's more just valuing what you're doing. It's valuing your energy. It's valuing who you are. It's valuing your purpose in this grand scheme. It's valuing the actual, tangible, like, power that you do carry within your body, within your mind, within your spirit. Like, you are powerful. We think sometimes that we're just insignificant because we're human. But, like, what? We may be insignificant. But you're not insignificant for being a human. You're not insignificant at all. Or whatever, if you're an alien or whatever. Whatever. If you're a robot, whatever. Like. But, no, but really. You're not insignificant. So, tap in. Tap in, and that might require you to bring it in and pull it in, to pull your circle in. If that means you have one friend or 0 or 2, like, so be it. You know, friends come in seasons. Friends come in waves sometimes. Sometimes you don't need friends. Sometimes you need friends. You know, and it's good to know who your friends are, even if you're in a period of time where you're alone. Even if you know who your friend is. Even if you're not talking, you know who they are. Get clear. Get clear. Embrace your family. Embrace your friends. Like, give thanks for them and love them. And do your work. It's important. Much love. I love you. I love you so much. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.